my name is Alicia English and welcome back to my channel. This is a really exciting video because we are doing a super trash to treasure. If you watch my channel often, you'll know that I love to do things on the thrift and that I like to save money whenever possible. I also like to keep things out of the landfill by using items that would otherwise be thrown out. And so during this video, we're going to tackle 5 projects that we're going to do using all thrifted and upcycled materials. None of the items in this video cost more than $1 to use, and we're going to be able to create 5 separate projects plus a bonus. Sunday is the Super Bowl, and it is a family tradition that my boy's papa comes over and watches the Super Bowl. So we thought we would decorate this space and be able to make it a fun party for Sunday. The first instinct when throwing a party or having a gathering is that you need supplies in order to have the party. And rather than running out to the store to buy materials, I went to the thrift store.
These might just be the perfect thing for my coasters for the Super Bowl party.
When I went out thrifting, I wanted to find a grassy green colored tablecloth, and I lucked out because I found one for $1.49 at the thrift store. And what I want to do is create the end lines that I can put on for a football field to be able to cover our dining room table. Let's get creating.
Using my silhouette cameo, I'm going to create the yard lines for my tablecloth project. I need to cut this into 2 separate stencils to be able to go across 80 inches of my tablecloth.
I created my stencil for my yard lines using my Silhouette Cameo 3. I actually had to create 4 separate stencils to be able to do the large image that I wanted to create on the edges of the tablecloth. I'm going to transfer these images onto here, and then I'm going to stencil it with white paint. I need longer arms. Do we even know what teams are playing in the Super Bowl?
All I did to use 2 stencils to be able to make it into 1 stencil was overlap a little bit of the existing part that I put down. That way I knew it was lined up perfectly. And I'm really impressed with how well the contact paper has actually attached itself to the fabric. I don't do a lot of stenciling on fabric, and I just can't believe how well this stuck down. And now I'm gonna sponge over my second part.
Ready? That looks so cool.
It looks amazing.
Love it. Let's do the other side.
Perfect.
Project number 2, I'm going to create some coasters using these hot plates that I picked up at the thrift store. These were $1.99 for 4, and I'm going to use just one of them for this project and save the other ones for something else. I'm going to be able to cut these into 4.5 by 4.5 inch squares.
I thought these hot plates would be perfect for coasters because they have the soft corking on the back. So I'm gonna make my measurements, and then I'm gonna use my miter saw.
Using the coaster shapes that I cut, I'm going to trace them onto some scrapbook paper that looks like grass, kind of like the football field, and then I'm going to Mod Podge it onto the coasters. I'm gonna let them dry then before I put some wording on the coasters. My idea for the coasters originally was to find some of the green AstroTurf carpeting to be able to use and be able to put the 50 yard lines or something on, but since I couldn't find that and I didn't want to buy anything new, this is sort of what I came up with instead. So if you have any remnants of that laying around, that would be a really cute idea to use for coasters. I'm going to Mod Podge all of my shapes now onto with my paper. I'm creating some of my own homemade Mod Podge by just using a little bit of warm water and some white school glue. I'm going to apply some Mod Podge onto each coaster and then put my paper on. While we wait for project number 2 to dry, we're going to go on to project number 3, and we're going to let this dry until we kind of can go backwards. So we're kind of waiting for some paint to dry here. So what I'm going to do is paint these recycled mason jars. I'm going to paint 1 green, 1 brown, and 1 black. The reason I'm painting these and not putting on a permanent chalk paint or something is because when I'm done this project, what I can do is just rinse off this paint and use these mason jars for something else. Now that my coasters are dry, I'm going to apply my words, which I picked a Jersey font that said Go Team. So I'm going to take out my weeding and then I'm going to transfer it onto the coasters. is little snack bags that are footballs to give to the littles at your party. And so all I've done was taken some recycled brown paper bags that you'd use for your lunches and some white cardstock to create the little stitching that goes on the football, and we're going to glue it onto the bag. And then we can fill this with cute little trail mix or popcorn. I'm gonna be glued to the snack bag. I'm going to do some detailing on the cutlery cups that I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to be able to put like forks and spoons and straws or little flags that I'm going to do on these. So I'm going to do a little play doodle that you would put on here, like a black and white chalkboard that a coach would use to mark secret plays. I'm gonna make this one look like the field and this one look like a football. I thought it would be really cute to incorporate the throwdown flags in the football game with their red and yellow. And so what I'm going to do is use some straws because the kids like to use them just at parties and stuff. These are 100% compostable straws. We actually always grab these when we're at a fast food place or a restaurant, but we never use them. And so we keep them for projects. And so I never use plastic straws in our family. I'm also going to use some cardboard from our recycling box for the red and the yellow color to have free cardstock out of recyclable products. So I'm going to create some flags. Project number 5 is using some items that I found in a recycle bin. I raided as many recycle bins as I could, and I found some scrapbook paper that someone was throwing out and some cardstock. It wasn't in the best condition, but I can cut around and use the areas that I need. And so I'm going to use a piece of cardstock as a template for the flags for my banner, and I'm going to cut out a bunch of shapes and then piece it all together. Now I get to decorate. I'm just using the white cardstock scraps to be able to make some designs on my banner. And what I'm going to do for some of them is I made some look like footballs, I wrote game day on some, and then on these ones I'm gonna make them look like the yard lines. I'm going to trim up on the bottom corners when I'm done, but I'm just cutting out and making some numbers to put on either side. Using some jute, I'm going to build my banner. I'm going to be using this on the inside of our house when we actually have our party, but I'm going to string it in my studio so you can see it all put together. I think that the 5 projects turned out really cute, and I love that they were at almost zero cost. Being able to use things and keep them out of the landfill is perfect, especially when you want to do things on a budget. I have another cute project that I'm going to add to this as a bonus project because I have a few littles that are coming to our party. I'm going to make some little football hand pinatas with a special treat inside for them. Using some more of my brown recycled packages, I'm going to cut football shapes, and I need to create 4, 2 for each. Now that I have 4 football shapes, I'm going to put them together, 2 of them, and I'm going to hole punch all the way around the outside, just a few holes. I think all of these projects turned out really festive for our Super Bowl party. I like that I can actually use these year after year and that we didn't make the items team specific. That way we can reuse them and we don't have any waste. Project number 1 was our thrifted tablecloth, and I think it looks amazing with the yard lines on it. I can't believe how well this turned out. I really think it looks like a football field. Project number 2 was our hot plates transformed into coasters. I think these turned out really resourceful, being able to have the soft cork for your tabletop and being able to have them sealed for drinks. Project number 3 was our mason jar upcycle, where we were able to do a football, the clip art for the coach, and the field. I think these would be perfect to put cutlery in. Project number 4 was our recycled brown paper bags that we're going to use for snack bags. I can't wait to fill these with popcorn and trail mix. Project number 5 was our recycle bin craft paper that we found to be able to turn into a football banner. I think this can be used for lots of different things, and I'm excited that I can tuck this away and use it again another year. Project number 6, which was our bonus project, was a little hand pinata that the kids can rip open as a party favor to be able to leave our party. So I put my kids' favorite Reese's little chips in there, and they can rip this open and have a cute little snack. We had a lot of fun creating these ideas to be able to prep for our Super Bowl party on Sunday with Papa, and we hope that you enjoyed it too. So smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section which of these projects was your favorite. I personally really like the mason jars. If you are new to our channel, you want to make sure you subscribe. Being part of our YouTube family means you can enter into our monthly giveaways. January giveaway is one of my custom-made painting aprons that you can purchase on my Etsy shop. Being part of our YouTube family means that you could be entered as a chance to win. February giveaway is a Silhouette Cameo 3. Again, you have to be part of our YouTube family to enter. Thank you so much for being part of our YouTube family. We love you guys, and I'll see you on the next project.